see a blanket down here?
No. I brought them upstairs.
Sorry, this is like a serious live stream. My bad, y'all. Hi, Diva. I'm gonna need you in for this one if that's okay.
Why would Daddy mess with him?
Sounded like a whole bunch of Thundercats. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome, welcome. I have my parents in the stream today, so thanks, Diva. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stay, cause yeah. Father, give us a second. We're still setting up here. That's your husband?
Hi. He said hi to me. Someone said hi to you too.
That's Killer. Hi, Killer.
Hi.
He's my mods. Hi, I'm new. I'm going to subscribe.
Yeah, I was
Thank
kicked out of
you.
being a mod. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, because and you're hidden, you know?
Really? Dang, that's crazy.
Hi, Mamma Mia. Diva, you're crazy. That her mom? Yes, this is my mother. This is my birth giver. The one who created me within 9 months. Not even. I was born early, right? Yeah, I was born early because, you know, I wanted to come out and meet.
She was born at 8 months and 1 week, so she was born 3 weeks early.
Yeah, so I wanted to meet this woman because, you know what I'm saying?
Within 20 minutes, 12 pushes.
Dad!
No epidural.
Can you come? Please?
No drugs.
Period.
Natural.
Period. We're gonna get more people up here. Do I gotta start throwing it back? Thanks for the gifts that we in the chat, you guys. Okay, look at that. Okay, so I have both my parents here today. We're gonna do a little deep dive and talking about real estate scam. Okay, so it's like an educational live stream with also a lot of truth in it and a lot of real life that happened. Okay, thanks for the sub, you guys. Alrighty, so Mom, you want to say hi?
I said hi already.
Dad, you want to speak?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, good. Thank you. So as you guys can hear him, he is literally real, right, Dad?
I am real.
Oh my gosh. Royal has a dad. Isn't that amazing, Dad?
That's amazing.
Oh
He went
my
to the store,
goodness.
and he came back.
He didn't even leave the store. You literally do the grocery shopping.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, okay. So what we're gonna talk about is like real estate fraud. This happened to my dad. Okay, and we're doing this to spread awareness for people who are interested in buying property. Okay, so Dad, we're gonna start from the beginning. I did have a few written notes because we were like getting into it, but I was like, you know what, why don't I just live stream this entire thing and we can do multiple videos in this because they wanted to, you know what I mean? Okay, anyway, in February 2018, right, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Not you about to be falling asleep.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Watch your head so you don't hit your head.
Oh, Mom's motorbike. But
Motors. Oh no. No. Okay.
okay, so my dad has told me that in February 2018, we had a family friend by the name of
Do you want to do that?
D. His full name? D. We're gonna call him D. Okay. We had a family friend by the name of D, who was helping my dad buy his first home.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. You want
He's a real estate agent, by the way. So this person who was helping works in real estate, been doing real estate for over 20 years, that we considered a family friend. So, who was always at our house, would come into our home, go into the fridge, change into my.
Do you want to say what real estate agent he's from? Agency?
Sure, he's
Yeah.
working with Boston Trust Realty.
Okay. So D works with Boston Trust Agency, Trust Realty.
Mhm.
He works
At the time.
at the time, which was back in 2018. Okay. And he was helping my dad buy his first home, correct? I need you to.
Correct.
Okay. And what happened after that?
Well, honestly, he was really trying to buy the house for himself. So the selling agent.
But you
told
found
me
out
that-
you found this out after the fact.
Yeah, I found out after
right.
the
So
fact,
this
yeah.
isn't something that you knew.
So I was looking to buy a home.
There we go.
Which is correct. But D knew I was looking into buying a home, and he knew I would be approved to buy the home. But in reality, he found a house, right? He found a house, and he wanted to buy it, right? And what he did was, since he knew I'm trying to buy a house, right? He told the selling agent that works in the same office with him that he's going to get like a family member, you know, to buy the house and then take it from him. And
So the selling agent that was JT, am I correct?
correct, that's JT.
And JT is the one
I'm gonna turn it off.
who
I'll be right back.
leave Poppy alone.
Okay. Sorry about that. Continue. So what was happening? Okay.
From
So,
my
but
understanding,
JT informed me later. JT informed me that when I reached to him after him and D had a fallout, that's when JT explained all that to me.
So what I've seen, what we've talked about earlier, you only saw the outside of the house. You didn't see the inside of the house.
No.
During the first time when he was showing you the house.
Well, when he told me about the property, I told him, well, when he reached out to me in February and told me about the property, I told him I was interested, right? And I only saw the outside of the house at the time.
Okay.
And then...
can we backtrack real quick?
Go ahead.
The reason why I want to backtrack is because you said JT informed you after the fact, but also you was informed after the fact that D wanted the home for himself as well after the fact. You didn't know that beforehand.
No, I did not.
All right. So if you didn't know
That's after the JT fallout with D.
yes.
That's when I found out he wanted the house for himself.
This is where you have to keep it a straight line, so there's a understanding of what happened, how it happened, and
But after the fallout was in 2019, that's when they had the fallout.
right. So we need to stick with 2018 and go from there. And if you're gonna speak about something in 2019, then you have to explain this is after
That's in 2019.
the fallout
In
of
2019.
JT and D, and this is when you realize that D wanted the property for himself, and he was going to get that by doing what he did to you.
Okay. So
Are you
we're
understanding that?
Well, he did the same thing to JT.
That's-
but go ahead.
that's-
We're
Go
gonna
ahead,
we're gonna
go
start
ahead.
off with
Right.
2018, right? So you weren't able to see the inside of the house. He did not show you the inside of the
He
house.
kept on stalling me. Every time I ask him, hey, I need to see inside his property. I need to see how it looks like inside.
So D, the real estate agent, our family friend at the time, he was stalling you from seeing the inside of the house.
yeah, so from February to May, he stalled me.
Okay.
So
And
from February 2018 to May 2018, he was stalled from not being able to see
the property, the inside of
the
the
inside
house.
of the property, only
And
the
what-
outside of
and-
the house.
And it got to a point where before we went to closing, I asked them, when can I go inside his house? When can I go? You know. And one day he called me and he said, "Hey, the house passed inspection. You all set." So once he told me that, I'm like, okay, it must be in good condition because it's a FHA loan.
Right.
So it must be in good condition because the FHA is not going to approve a property that's
Or
torn
not
apart
finished,
or
right.
it's not in good
Condition.
condition.
Thanks for the $5. There's in the chat, you guys. Okay, so you also told me that D made multiple offers on the house on Dot Loop
That's correct. That was in February behind my back without me knowing that.
in February, back in
Yes.
February 2018.
Yes.
And when you checked, when you confirmed with Dot Loop, you told me this. The IP did not match your email address.
That is correct. And
You
I
wanna-
do have the documents.
You
for
have the
that.
documents for
Yes.
that? Okay.
Oh, we definitely have the documents to show.
So we're gonna talk about the closing attorney. So we're gonna talk about how you never met the closing attorney.
Yeah,
That's
so the
what you told
closing
me.
attorney been on since February,
Mm-hmm.
working with D. Since from February to May, I've never met this guy until closing day, which is May 4th, 2018. That's when I met him for the first time. Never spoke to him on the phone.
Never met him at
Never
all.
met him till closing day,
Till
which is May
closing.
4th, 2018.
Okay, so you guys were not in contact with each other at
No,
all.
everything
until
was
closing.
through the agent, which is D.
Okay.
So no emails, no phone
email
calls,
exchange, no phone
no
calls,
anything with you,
nothing.
just
Not even
between
with-
your real estate
okay.
agent.
So that makes okay. Are we gonna jump forward to April of 2018, April 24th? Or are we
April
gonna-
20. Well, yeah, we can definitely do that, but we should jump to April 10,
April
which
10th.
is Robert.
Okay.
I know it says Abril, what says Abril, because it's in Spanish.
Okay. Where's that?
That's April 10. So April 10,
This is April 10th? No. Okay, let's talk about April 10th. What happened on April 10th?
well, April 10, he reached out to me and told me that, he told me I need a co-signer. So I didn't hear it from the lender, I heard it from him.
Okay.
And, him being my best friend,
Mm.
of course, I believed him.
Right.
I said, okay. So I reached out to, first I reached out to a cousin. He told me his credit wasn't good. And then I reached out to
Who
Rob.
told you that the credit wasn't good from your cousin?
D.
D?
Yeah.
D told, so he
D.
ran your cousin's, he,
I don't know if he ran his credit or not.
but he just told you that his
but he
credit
told
score
me
wasn't
that-
good enough?
He told me he wasn't approved.
Okay.
So, and then he reached out to, and then I reached out to Robert.
Who is Robert?
Robert is my friend.
Your friend?
Yes.
Okay.
And Robert, Robert reached out to D. I give D Robert information, and D
Got in contact with Robert.
text Robert.
Okay.
D got in contact with him and text him, and Robert sent all the documents over to D
Where are the text
that D
messages?
requested.
Okay. These are the text messages right here. Mom, do you want to read that out for me? What does the text messages say?
It says, this text message is from D starting on March. Martes is March?
It says Abril.
No, I think that's.
Monte. That's like Monday.
Oh,
or
oh,
Tuesday.
okay, yeah. So that's April, right? That's April 10th, 2018. It says, good morning, Robert. This is D, which is the real estate agent. When you get a chance, send me your email address. Thank you. Rob sent the email address. You're welcome, bro. Thank you very much. You want me to read all that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. E, which is Royal's dad, almost lost his deposit on the house. Robert goes, oh, I didn't finish it.
You want to say how much you lost on the deposit?
Go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. So he says, thank you very much. He almost lost his deposit on the house, $10K. Rob goes, wow. D, the real estate says to Robert, texts to Robert, please send your tax 2017 and 2016. my email. He put his email down. If you didn't file 2017 tax, not a big deal. D also asked Robert, can you send 2016 and 2015 with 2017 tax extensions? Rob replies, check the other email with PDF. It's 2016. D goes, okay, got it. Can you send 2016?
2015.
Oh, sorry, 2015. Thanks for catching that. Yes, sir, and a few, Robert's reply. D goes, okay. Robert, here is 2015 coming. Sent them all, different pages. D goes, that's fine. We have enough. You do not have to send me any more docs.
It does go anywhere.
No, it doesn't go anywhere else.
Okay. So that was from Robert. And what did D tell you after that text message with Robert?
Well, I reached out to D and told him, hey, what's going on with Robert? He told me Robert was not qualified.
Mm-hmm. Qualified as in no credit score wasn't good enough?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And then tell me after, when you guys were still looking for a co-signer. You said that
a few days later, D reached out to me and said he found me a co-signer.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I agreed.
And did you know who the co-signer was?
No.
You didn't know who the co-signer was?
No.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the what happened after you gave you the co-signer?
Move that stuff out the way so I can try to.
Well,
What do you need?
Okay.
I agreed to the co-signer, and that's actually close to closing day.
Closing
May
day?
4, 2018.
Okay,
is
so
close to
May 4th?
April 20. No, he told me about her April 24.
He told you about April 24th in 2018.
Yeah.
About your new
About
co-signer.
the co-signer.
And you did not know who this co-signer
and I
was?
didn't know who the co-signer was
Okay.
at the time. Never met her. Met her for the first time on May 4, 2018.
Okay. And May 4th is what?
May 4th closing day.
Closing day?
Yeah.
And that was you closing on the house?
Correct.
Okay.
But hold on, wait a minute. We actually, that just came in mind. We actually had a closing day before that. That was February 23rd, 2018.
So you had one original?
We had a closing day
day
before that, yes.
What
But
happened?
that closing day was just me and him in his office at the time. And that's the day that I gave him
It was you and who in his office?
me and D. We had a closing on February 23rd, 2018. It was just me and him in his office, and I had signed a whole long documents, just me and him at the time. And that day I had gave him a $9,000 check that day.
And how much dollar check? $9,000 check?
Yeah, because so usually on February 13th, I give him the $1,000 check. That's when I saw it outside of the house. And then on February 23rd, it's when he said that I'm going to be coming to his office, that I met him that day. And I signed a whole bunch of long documents with him, just him and I.
Okay. So you didn't
And
have
that's when you
anybody in
gave the
room.
9,000 check.
And that's when I give the $9,000.
And you had nobody in the room to witness this?
No.
No. Okay. So you had an original closing date, which was February what?
23rd.
23rd, 2018? And then it was moved to May 4th?
And then it was May 4th. And in fact, when we were doing closing the second time, I'm like, yo, I did this already. Why am I doing it again?
Okay, so he had
I
you
did
do
question
two.
him. I did question him about that. He said something about the first one didn't fall through.
So
Something
he
like that
said, so D, the real estate agent, also your friend at the time, he told you that the first closing deal did not go through.
So, yeah, he did.
So he moved the date to the next closing date, which was May 4th, 2018.
Correct.
Okay. And what happened May 4th, 2018?
May 4, 2018, met Vanessa for the first time. We signed a whole bunch of loan documents again. And this time there was actually a closing attorney there.
And who is the closing attorney?
Hold on a second. Yeah, I know that we jumped there, but we need to. We went from April 10th, and we didn't get to speak about April 24th.
We did talk
We
about
talked
April
about.
20.
We didn't talk about April 10th. Okay. Before we jump into the closing date, we're gonna talk about April 10th No, we did kind
We
of.
did
We
talk about
did, but
April
we
10th.
But we
didn't.
didn't talk about how D
We
got
didn't talk about the gift, and on April
But
24th.
that's
Oh, is that to go back? Are we
no, that's
going back
fine.
to
Okay,
That's
that?
so
fine. That's fine.
we're gonna go back to when Dad needed a co-signer and D said like, oh,
Said he needed a
said he
co-signer,
needed a co-signer.
but he was, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Because he lied and said that you needed a co-signer when
Yes,
he
he
was
did. I
approved
didn't need a
on
co-signer.
the loan by himself.
So my dad was approved on the loan for the house by himself. He did not need a co-signer.
The purpose of D saying I need a co-signer is because he's using her as a straw man.
To put the blame on her.
No, 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 no.
No.
So he's using her as a straw man. In other words, a straw man. So now what he's gonna do is he's gonna take her name off of it and put his name. He's gonna have her sign her interest.
Basically,
over
have
to
her
him.
pretend to be a co-signer to take the name off, to put his name on, to take the house.
Okay.
To be part of the house.
So
Yes, to be part of the house.
and
To
we're
be
gonna
in the
talk
deed.
about how when he got in contact with Robert, D, the real estate agent, D was considered like he was pertaining himself as the lender.
Yes, of course. I mean, if he's asking for W-2s, you are pretending to be
Okay.
the lender. You know what I'm
The
saying?
lender for like the tax forms
For the bank.
for the bank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was
Mortgage.
pretending that he was looking into all of that by himself.
Correct.
Okay. We talked about how D said that like Robert's credit wasn't good. Then he told you about the. We're gonna talk about the gift that he gave you. What was the gift?
Well, he gets me $40,000.
In what? In cash?
It was a check.
It was a check. He gave you a $40,000 check
Mm-hmm.
as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to talk about what you did with that gift?
Well, with that gift,
Can we also talk about?
Mom, give it a second. Hold on. Dad's talking. Go on.
well, when he gifted me that $40,000, he gifted me the $40,000. I did use it to put down on the house.
So you used the $40,000 to put down on the house
Yes, I did use it for that.
as a down payment or as something else?
Well, I used it for the down payment.
You used it for the
also.
down payment. Okay.
Yes.
So you used that gift for the down payment of the house.
Yes. So me and D, like I usually loan him money, like when he has a deal or when he's trying to buy a house, I loan him money. So is my other buddy, they'll loan him money. And if someone else is buying a house where he doesn't have the cash, I would loan him the money also.
Okay.
You know, but he would give it back to me though. But I loan him not to be on his deed though.
Right.
You know, when I loan him money, I'm not part of the property, but he does pay me back.
Do you know the exact amount that you loaned him that he paid you back in?
Well, I would loan him 5 here, 7,000 here,
Okay.
6,000 here. So 6,500. I would loan him. I would just loan him money. Like he would say, "Hey, let me borrow money," and I would just loan it to him. And I knew it had to do with a property.
Okay. What did you want to talk about, Mom?
Okay, we said that one.
We didn't really get.
Okay, we didn't get to. So we didn't speak about how D found the co-signer. Did we?
We did.
About found the
We
co-signer
didn't talk about the closing.
without the realization that she was already on the deed.
I didn't say
okay.
her name, but I did say that we're gonna get into her name and stuff like that after, if you want to say her name.
Oh, we're saying her name.
Okay. We did say about how like she was used as a co-signer. Dad did not
She was
have,
used as a strong
and you did
man.
not know who she was at the time.
No.
No. Okay. We're gonna talk about the closing date, which was May 4th, 2018, the second closing date.
Yes.
Okay. And you told D that you wanted to hire an attorney, and what did D tell you?
He told me I didn't need one.
Why did he say that you didn't need one?
I think he said that because he was doing fraudulent thing.
Fraud?
Yeah, and not only that, that's because he had already hired one,
Mm-hmm.
which is the closing attorney himself. But I didn't know he's my closing attorney at the
And
time.
do you know who the closing attorney's name is?
Yeah, Vinlay.
Van Lay?
Mm-hmm.
Van Lee.
Van Lee? Okay. And Van Lee, when did he inform you that Van Lee was going to do the closing? Was it
Well,
the
he
day
didn't.
of or
Well,
months ago?
when I walked in closing, Van Lee was never referred to me as my closing attorney.
He was never referred.
No, when I questioned D, who is the closing attorney, D told me that the closing attorney is the banking
Banking.
attorney, which
Why
is
are
the
we not
lender,
saying his name? It's not like it's not public.
which is the lender. You know,
Okay.
so he's basically saying that Van Lee is representing the lender, not me. But in reality, that's my attorney, and D is the one that who retained him.
Do you want to say his name?
Daniel,
Daniel what? You want to say his full name since it's all public?
it is public. Daniel Janite.
And where does he work again, Dad?
Boston Trust Realty.
Boston Trust Realty? Okay. So Daniel Janite at Boston Trust Realty. Do you know if he still works there or no?
We're not sure of that. Next question.
I'm sure. They're
You
not-
are sure?
Yeah.
He doesn't work there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
They-
So
they fell apart
we're gonna talk about how you told me that you and Venley never met, but never spoke
till closing.
till closing. So there was no emails, no contact
None of
information
that-
that was
none of that,
exchanged,
none
and you
of
did
that.
not know. You didn't have like a face to face with this person
Well, at closing, yes.
at closing, but not before closing.
Not before closing. So
Okay.
from February to May 4th.
2018. You had
2018,
no
I met
contact
him, no contact till May 4th.
till May
2018.
4th of the closing. So what you're telling me is that you had no idea who this person was until the closing date.
And no,
You had no idea.
no
Okay.
idea.
We're gonna talk about what happened that day. So what happened on May 4th on the
So
second closing day?
after filing all the documents, Vanessa and I, which I had agreed to, but I thought Vanessa was just a co-signer, you know, but it turned out she was actually also on the mortgage. But beside all that, so after
So
signing all the documents, the selling attorney was there for the other, you know, representing the other party. So when I'm done signing everything, you know, they left. And while they left, me and JT was in that same room talking like, hey, I know you from somewhere. Like,
who's JT?
JT is the selling agent.
The selling agent.
Yeah,
JT
him and
was
I
a
were
selling
talking.
agent who also worked in the same office as Daniel Janite.
At the time.
At the time.
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember how you guys first met?
Well, when we met at closing,
Closing.
and he came to the office pretty much after closing was done. That's when he came to the office. He came to pick up his check
Okay.
because he's the selling agent. And we, you know, I was talking to him. I was like, "Hey, you look familiar." And he was like, "Hey, I look familiar." And we just chopping it up. While we were talking, Dee and Vanessa and Van Lee were in the other room.
Daniel, Janae, Vanessa. Do you know Vanessa's last name?
Joseph.
Vanessa,
They
Joseph,
were in
and
the
Van
other
Lee.
room.
So who is Vanessa?
She's the straw man. She's the co-signer.
The co-signer. She was the co-signer that Daniel gave pertained to be the
Yeah,
co-signer.
for me, yeah.
Okay. And what documents did you sign? Like the same documents that you?
It's closing documents.
Closing documents
It's
on the
mortgage
house?
loan documents on
Okay.
the property, yeah.
And what happened when Vanessa was used as a co-signer?
What happened? Well,
Yes.
she ended up being on the mortgage and ended up being a co-signer.
Do you know how much in the
And being
percentile?
on the deed, huh?
Do you know how much in the percentile she was in on the property?
I mean, she's fully on the property
Fully
if she's
owned.
on the mortgage and
Okay.
if she's on the deed.
So
yeah,
it's like between you two.
Yes.
That you, so it was split like 50%.
pretty much.
Okay. And what happened after the deed was drafted?
Well, I wasn't there when the deed was being drafted.
Right.
I was in the other room with JT. So this was being done behind my back.
Okay.
So it's after, like on my way to work, while I'm getting ready to get in my truck, that's when D ran outside and handed me the deed. And I noticed his name was signed on there.
So Daniel ran outside with the deed, the signed deed,
The May 4th deed.
with the May 4th signed deed. And the deed was signed by who?
The deed that was drafted, right, from Van Lee, right, is Vanessa giving over her 50% interest to D.
Okay.
So D gave me that deed that Van Lee drafted that same day, which is after closing that same day, handed to D, and D handed to me while I was outside.
So after the closing documents that you signed with Vanessa, they drew up a whole nother deed.
Yes.
One second, I think
Putting
y'all's getting to when Vanessa signed. She signed as a co-signer, not the one that's interested in a property to buy the property. Then after,
No, because on April 24th, that's when she got on there. When she got on there, she got on the mortgage as well.
but you didn't realize that until after the fact.
That she was on the mortgage.
Yes, because this is now you're going back
No,
to
when I was sent an email for her on April 24th, I was sent an email, but I thought the email was for her to be a co-signer. It turned out it's for her to be on the mortgage.
right.
So
So
she
this
was
is
signed to
after
be
this.
This
on
is
the
April
mortgage.
24th, and that's what that had to do with the PNS. That's why it's dated April 24th.
The purchase and sale.
Yes, amendment.
Okay.
Okay, so they drafted up another deed after you signed the closing.
No,
Behind your
for
back?
the deed that they drafted, I thought it was the original deed at the time.
Okay, and this was after closing.
This is after closing.
After you
after I
signed
signed the documents.
the documents of the property.
Yes.
Okay.
So. Okay.
Okay. So what was?
But your name was the only name that was on the deed.
No, it's no because they
That's what
drafted.
I'm asking. I'm
no,
asking
no,
that.
they draft. He drafted deed.
'Cause you
She's
said
a co-signer,
yeah.
right? She's co-signing, right?
Right.
So since she's co-signing, she's gonna be on there, cause she's there in the office with me while we're signing documents.
Okay,
so
okay,
I'm
okay.
thinking she's just a co-signer, right?
So she wasn't just a co-signer. She
At the
wanted.
time, I'm thinking she's just a co-signer. I didn't think she was gonna be on the mortgage or on the deed. I'm sorry, I didn't think she was gonna be on the deed.
Okay, so
I'm
she's
thinking
also
she's
signed
just-
like the deed on the closing for the.
No, I'm thinking she's just gonna be a co-signer for me. So when you're a co-signer, you are on the mortgage, but when you're in the deed, it's a little different. Now you have shares of
Okay.
the property.
And
Because
she had 50% of the shares.
pretty much,
Pretty
because
much.
that's what Van Lee drafted.
Okay, and when you when you said that you were leaving that day, and that's when Daniel ran out to give you the
The deed, yes.
Which deed was this? Was this the?
Well, the deed that he gave me was the deed that Van Lee drafted while they were in the back room. So when D handed to me, I'm thinking it's the original deed.
It wasn't the original deed.
The understanding of no, it was not
It
the original
wasn't.
deed.
Okay, at the time that it
That
was.
he gave it to me
you
outside.
thought-
The deed he gave to me outside was not the original deed. No.
Okay, but you thought it was the original.
But
deed.
I did, yes.
Okay, and what was written on the deed, like signature?
Pretty much Vanessa's signature was on
Vanessa's
there.
signature and,
Yeah.
and yours.
No, my signature is not on there because she's conveying her 50% interest in
So
me.
the paper that he gave to you didn't have your name on there at all.
No, because she's conveying Vanessa's. Well, actually, it did. My name was printed like
Your name was printed and his
my
was
name was
signed in
printed
blue
and
ink.
there was a blank line. There was a line, blank line,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Daniel signed his name with pen.
Right.
So
on
she
there.
gave her shares.
So she gave her share to Daniel.
behind your back, because you weren't in the room
No,
at
I
the
was
time,
not in the room.
and you
no.
had no idea that this was going on.
No,
And you didn't know that she was going to be put on the deed.
no.
All right.
Okay. And what happened after you received the deed from
Well,
Daniel?
While receiving the hand from Daniel, his hand was shaking when he was handing me the deed. I've noticed his hand was shaking. That made me suspicious. Like, yo, why is his hand shaking? He's shaking
Right.
while giving me the deed. So that led to me going to an attorney and questioning about the deed because at the time, honestly, I didn't really know what the purpose of the deed. And the attorney informed me exactly how, and I was shocked. I was like, wow. I couldn't.
What did the attorney tell you about the deed?
The attorney told me that this guy has half percent of the property.
And who is this guy?
It was an attorney in downtown Boston. Can't
Okay.
remember his name.
And the guy that had the 50% on the deed, it was Daniel?
It was Daniel.
Okay.
He's like, now he owns half percent of the property. I was like, really? I was like, he didn't explain this to me. And then the guy went online, and when the guy went online, he told me, wait a minute, there's another deed.
So there was 2 deeds.
There's another deed before this deed. I said, really? And he was like, yeah, there's a March 23rd, 2018 deed. He was like, did you know about this deed? I was like, no, I did not.
What was on that deed?
That deed was me and Vanessa's name on there.
Okay.
So before I even met her, she's already on the deed.
Okay, so
So that's very important information. So
You didn't meet
You
Vanessa
didn't,
the first time.
right? You never met Vanessa
I did
until
not
May
meet her.
4th,
I didn't meet her until I didn't know about her till April.
until April
Until April 24. That's when I've known of her.
2018.
2018, April 24, 2018. And he had me provide co-signers like Terrence in April and Robert in April. You know, those are co-signers that I provided to D, and he told me their credit wasn't good. Meanwhile,
She was
Vanessa
already
on the deed
on the deed.
on
Okay.
March 23rd,
March
2018.
23rd, she was already on there.
Okay. And what happened after you went to an attorney about the deed and found out there was two separate deeds?
Well, I just kept the document. I just kept the deed with me, and the reason why I kept the deed with me is because since she conveyed her interest over to him, I said I'm just gonna hold on to it and not give it to him. But I did later go and try to refinance the house.
Okay.
I did, and when I went and tried to refinance, that was the purpose of to get her name
Off of the
property and his name off the property, and that's why I had whited out to, you know, because she conveyed her interest like she's no part of the property, and I went to try to refinance, which just my name on it,
Okay.
which I was qualified for, and this was in 2019, by the way.
2019.
Yes,
What, you know the month?
Yeah, August.
August
2019. I went and tried to refinance.
And what happened when you went to go try to refinance it?
I ended up getting a fraud denial
Oh,
letter.
they said it was fraud.
They said it was fraud.
They said it's
Unverified information.
yeah, unverified information and fraud on the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fraud activity.
So it was, they claimed it as fraud. I got it. They claimed it as fraud?
Yes.
And what else?
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
So I wasn't able to be approved because of the fraud activity.
It was pre-approved?
I didn't get the pre-approval.
You didn't get the pre-approval.
Because
Okay.
of the fraud activity.
Because of the fraud activity.
Correct.
Okay. And what did the attorney advise you to do anything?
The attorney?
I'm sorry. When you went to go refinance it,
Where's
and
the
they said it was
laptop?
fraud,
They told me to hire a lawyer.
hire a lawyer,
Yeah.
and it would become a court issue.
Yes.
Okay.
But
and
at that time, I think he had already at that time he had already gotten an attorney.
he already had an attorney.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak about the text messages between? I don't have those in here.
So before I
Because
went,
before 2019,
no,
you already
before
did you not speak
before
to?
before I went and tried to refinance, in April 22nd, 2019, that's when he had went to Van Lee and told Van Lee I lost the deed.
So he said to Van Lee that
Yeah, in April 22nd,
on
2019.
April 22nd, 2019.
He called me and asked me for the deed. I had told him I'm not giving it to him. I know what he's up to. So for me not giving it to him, he went right back to Van Lee, and Van Lee drafted him another deed.
Okay. And what happened when it became when did it become a court issue, if you remember?
It's right after I said I'm not giving it to him. He went and got an attorney.
He went and got an attorney.
Yeah.
And what did he do when he got an attorney?
Well, they summoned me to court. Yeah, to
and
go
was
to
he
court.
suing you for the house, or?
Yeah, he's suing me, saying he's suing me.
So he's suing you for the house because of you knew that what he was doing on the deed, so he wants the house.
Well, he wants 50% of the property. Yeah.
He wants 50% of
Yeah.
the property, so like 50% of the money that's on the house.
Correct.
Okay. Do you want to talk about how much the house is estimated for?
Do you want to explain the
Well,
conversation between you and Vanessa?
I think we're skipping a little bit. How
Also-
about we talk about after the closing? I finally saw the house for the
Okay,
first
we're
time.
gonna
yeah.
talk about how after the closing you were able to go inside the house
So
for the first
after
time.
the closing, I was actually able to go inside
So
the house for the
after
first
May
time.
4th, 2018, after the closing date, you were able to enter the house.
Correct.
For the first
For
time.
the first time.
Since when were you able to see the outside of the house?
I was able to see it February 13th,
February
2018.
13th, 2018, but you were only able to see the
The
outside.
outside, yeah.
So after May 4th, you were able to go into the house and inspect it.
Yep, I was able to go in there and saw the inside of the
And it
house.
was
was
a
it the-
disaster.
What was
Yes.
the inside of the house look
The
like?
inside was a disaster, and I was asking myself, how did
I don't
he?
know how that lady lived in there with her
Well, not only-
with a child.
I was asking myself, how did this get approved?
Okay. And what
You know,
was
it's
in the house?
because I was told
You
with
guys
a
remember
I
what
was
was
told
in
with
the
a
house?
FHA loan, the house needs to be in
Yes.
good condition in order
F-
for
an
FHA to
FHA
approve
loan.
it. Yeah.
I'm
So
talking the toilet was broken down in the inside. It was like it looked as though it was molded
well,
up.
one of the floors there were no sheetrocks.
There was no sheetrocks in there.
The flooring.
The flooring,
the flooring
was
wasn't done.
unleveled.
It was gutted out.
Oh, yeah.
On the second floor, it's gutted out. You could see the pipes. You could see the
So it was
Yes,
just like
this
raw
is like
everything?
a nightmare. Like I'm not even. You know how you like laugh to keep from crying, or even just like laugh out of like you can't believe it. That's like I can't even believe. Like this is a real life nightmare. Like this is living a Lifetime movie, but in real life.
Yeah,
If that makes any sense.
We
Like definitely need.
I got there before him.
So you were able to go inside the house before
I was
him?
able to go inside the house before him, and when he got there, I saw him outside. I went outside, and there was another. The way the houses, there was another. Like it's a single family by itself, and then there's just two families
Apartments,
side by
yeah.
side. And one of the apartments that I had went into, I was like, "Hey, I'm like, did you ever saw inside this apartment here?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Where's the bathroom at?" He was like, "It's on the first floor." I was like, "No, it's not. It's on the second floor." So you've never been inside this house yourself?
So all of the houses were a mess.
All the house was horrible. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. It was a mess.
That's terrible.
So every house was just you need to renovate it.
Yes,
Basically.
Definitely.
pretty much.
Mhm.
Make
Okay.
it livable. Yeah.
Okay, and what
Living
happened
condition.
after you realized?
Well,
that you needed to renovate?
we got into a little confrontation that day, and he said he would fix it up, and I think he owes me that. He should fix it up because I was like, "Yo, you made me buy something that I have to fix up. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to buy something where I could just
Have
move
people
in,
right.
just move in, and just rent it out, you know." But he said he would take care of it, so I expected him to take care of it.
Okay, and what happened after you expected him to take care
He
of
said
it?
he would take care of it,
And he
we
did?
just and we just left it like that. So he did started to like hire people to start,
Fixing up the house.
fixing up place stuff in the house.
And who
I
was
would
he?
help
Daniel.
also.
Daniel was
Yeah.
he seen the house? Okay.
Yeah,
And he was hiring people to
yeah.
fix up the house.
He was hiring people to fix up the house,
And what happened then?
and then after that, that's when like in April, that's when he started to ask me for the deed, and I told him I wouldn't give it to him,
Okay.
and that's when he ended up, hiring an attorney.
And he was.
And he went and drafted another deed. I did say that earlier with Van Lee.
Yeah, okay.
Remind you, in August 2019, I did reach out to Vanessa, and I questioned her, when was the last time you saw a deed? She was like, the last time I saw a deed was in the end of 2018.
Okay.
So that means that deed that was drafted by the closing attorney, Vanessa wasn't there.
Okay. So were there like 3 deeds in total, or is it like he had the same deed reprinted?
He drafted a new deed.
A new deed. So there's like 3 new deeds, or
He drafted a new deed. So I would say it's 3 deeds now.
3
yeah.
deeds left.
Yeah.
There's
So you have
okay. The
March
first closing
23rd that I didn't know about,
Okay.
and then you have the May 4th one
that you
and
knew
then you
about, and
have
then the third one that you didn't know
2019
about. Okay.
2019.
And do you know what was said on that third deed?
It's pretty much she conveyed to
All
Daniel
of
the 50%.
Okay, so the same thing as like
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
just drafted differently. It was
Worded
worded
differently?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened after that?
What happened after that is he ended up getting a lawyer, and then I ended up hiring a lawyer.
And you were summoned to court?
We weren't summoned to court yet.
Do you want to explain when he contacted you about the deed and you informed him you know that what he's trying to do?
Yeah, I did, and I
Did
told him
you
I
already
wasn't.
explain that
Yeah,
on
I
there?
already explained that,
Okay.
and I said I wasn't giving it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, even though he owed me, like fixing up the property, because you know, he didn't go back and forth with me. He said he would fix it. I did plan to pay him back.
Right.
You know, I was like, okay, he's fixing it. I'm just gonna pay him back. I'll refinance and I'll just give him his money back, even though he did me wrong. You know, but later when I found out that there was a March 23rd deed, because I found out the March 23rd deed, and I found out there was a lot of fraudulent stuff going on, I was like, oh no, mm-mm.
A lot of fraudulent, as in how?
Well, when I reached out to JT, right, when
And JT's also a real estate agent.
yeah, because he had a fall down. By that time, when I reached out to to JT, him and Dia had already had a fallout. This
Okay.
is in 2019. I knew about the fallout. You know, he ripped off JT.
How did he rip off JT? Do you know?
Oh, absolutely. So JT had a house, right? That he was trying to sell, and D told him that he would be able to help him sell that property. But I think D's the one that put the money down on the property. I believe D put the money down on the property. So they did the little work on it. I think they got it for like 350,
Okay.
300, 300,000,
was-
350,000.
Was David scamming him out too? Or was
You
that
mean
with
Daniel?
yes, Daniel. Was Daniel scamming him out too? JT?
Yeah,
At his house?
absolutely, he did. So the deal with him and JT was, once they sell it, JT's gonna get 120,000. When they sold it, D refused to give him 120,000. He only wanted to give him 10,000,
Wow.
and JT got upset and snuffed him,
Wow.
punched him in the mouth.
Allegedly.
I don't
Allegedly.
blame him. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. So him and JT got into it. You knew about what happened. What happened after?
Well, I heard he ended up paying JT
50 grand?
50 grand, yeah.
Okay.
I already ended up paying him 50 grand. And then they fall out ever since.
And they just never reconnected.
No.
Okay. And what happened after you and Daniel got the attorneys?
Well, after I know about the fallout, D told me what happened between him and JT. And I remember while D was explaining it to me, D was like, oh, he wanted this and that amount of money. I'm like, wait a minute. I remember you told me, I'm saying this to myself, you did say you was going to pay that brother 120K. I'm like, what made you change? You're not, what made you change? You don't want to pay him. He's 120K.
Right.
When I heard you said it to me. So that type of behavior also made me started to suspect him. Like, okay, you're moving like that, then what did you do to me? You know what I'm saying? That made me started to like question his action.
Okay.
Like, okay, if you did that to him, what about me?
Yeah.
You know?
You want to continue? Like, when did do you want to just jump to like the court case?
When did, yeah, like
You wanna
jump
to
into
the court
like
case? Into like the legal.
we started. You started going to court.
Well-
You want
well-
to talk about the deeds? How?
Well, we didn't start going to court right away. Court didn't
Oh.
start. Court didn't start till 2024. So from 2019 to 2024, that's when court started. My
So
my understanding
were
my
sent to-
understanding of that is they were trying to run out statute of limitation.
That's
That's
the
my
word I was looking for
understanding to
earlier.
it.
Statute of limitation was that?
Statute of limitation is like
When you have a
you have
certain amount of time
to go after somebody.
to
Okay.
sue somebody.
somebody.
Yeah.
And what did
So-
they say for?
I think that's what they were doing.
Okay.
They were trying
That's
to.
most definitely what
Yeah,
they were
because-
doing.
They were trying to sue you.
We didn't go to court until I hired a second attorney. He's the one that really pushed for it. But that was in 2023. I hired the second attorney.
Can we
Okay.
talk about the first attorney that was hired?
But the first attorney that I hired, he didn't do his job.
How did he not do his job?
Well, he didn't depose. He didn't depose D. He didn't depose Vanessa.
He
He
didn't
didn't pose
depose.
Daniel. He didn't depose Vanessa.
And when I ask him,
And what does depose mean? I'm
well,
sorry.
depose is like when you see how we're sitting down right now.
Investigating,
It's like you
questioning.
investigating, questioning, asking questions and stuff like that. I was deposed by his attorney, but my attorney did not depose him or Vanessa. But his attorney deposed Mello and Terrence.
Okay.
They were deposed, but my attorney didn't do his job. And I didn't find out that my attorney did not depose D and Vanessa
Daniel
till
or Vanessa?
2023 when Mr. Bremer got involved.
Who's Mr. Bremer?
He's my second attorney.
Okay.
I ended up hiring a second attorney because I felt like something wasn't right with the first. I had this gut feeling like, yo, something's not right with this guy.
Okay.
What's taking so long?
Yeah.
And when you started to do your investigation on the first attorney, what did you find out about the first attorney?
Well, what I found out about the first attorney is that he's not a real estate attorney. He's a
And that's
injury.
Steven, am I correct?
That's Steven. He's an injury and a criminal attorney.
And what's his
law
law firm?
does not affiliate with anything that has to do with
Do you
real
know the
estate.
name of his law firm?
Absolutely. The name of his Altman and Altman.
Altman and Altman.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it's stationed at?
Oh, there's one in Cambridge and there's one in Needham.
Cambridge and Needham, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Probably other places as well.
And also, okay. And what happened then?
Well, what happened then, I do remember I kept on reaching out to Steven, asking him.
Steven, your first attorney?
Yes, asking him, just trying to get updates from him. Like, yeah, what's going on? Just trying to get updates from him.
And he was so busy with other cases.
I wouldn't say he was, well, he tried to make it
So he
seem that
says.
way. That's what he says. Yeah, that is true.
Mom, stop staring into the camera like that. You intimidating my chat, bro. Like, they over like, she got that 9,000 yard stare.
Because this is insane. This is insane, and I'm sure we're not the first,
Victims?
yeah,
Of a
victims,
scam.
families who've been through real estate fraud, fraudulent activity. So this is for first time buyers, or anyone who's bought a house,
Do not trust no family members, no best friends. I don't care who it is. Do not mix.
Get your own
best
attorney.
Do not mix relationships
Do
with
not
business.
mix friendship with business. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
And what happened, we're going to continue into like the court case. So when did the court case start? Do you remember?
Well, before we get to the court case, I'd like to bring a woman up.
A woman?
Yeah.
Who?
That I reached out to, which is Linda.
Linda?
Yeah.
You know her last name?
O'Connor. Linda O'Connor.
O'Connor?
Yeah, O'Connor. I reached out to her, and when I reached out to her, she started to investigate.
And
like
who is
with the
who is she
deed.
to you?
She's actually a friend of mine referred me to her. A friend of mine named Kyle said she's very good. You should have her look into things for
She's
you.
an attorney?
She is.
Okay.
She's a real estate
And who's
attorney.
Kyle?
Kyle is a good friend of mine.
Okay. And he referred you to O'Connor?
Yep, he
Okay.
did. And she started to look into things, and that's when she found out there was a title defect on there. She pretty much lined up everything that was wrong with the transaction, which I had text forward to Steven,
Okay.
and Steven didn't do anything about it. And this is probably in 2020 or 2021
Okay.
that I forward everything to Steven, thinking that, he would do his job, but he didn't.
Okay. And what did she find? Like, what did she say to you after she found out? all
Well,
this?
she texted me that there was title defect. She found out that I signed the extension for amendment purchase and sale. She asked me if I had signed, which is the PNS. She asked me if I had signed it, and I told, like asking me questions like that. But I had already spoken to her,
Yeah.
But she's just
Digging more into
breaking
it.
things down so Steven could understand what's going on,
Okay.
And
And what happened after her investigation? After she questioned you and all that?
After she questioned me?
Mm-hmm.
After she questioned, no, she sent me the text. And right after she sent me the text, I forwarded to Steven, showing him what she came up with.
And what did Steven do?
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do anything.
Be
Of
honest,
course not.
be honest with you,
Steven didn't do anything but stall.
I much more noticed that everything that I do, he try to brush it off.
Okay.
He try to brush it off.
Why? Do you know why he was brushing it off?
I think it's conflict of interest.
Okay.
You know what I mean by conflict of interest?
No.
Conflict of interest is like, to me, is like working with the opposing attorney. And because he's an attorney and also Van Lee's an attorney, you know, they're protecting each other.
Okay.
Conflict of interest.
And they're okay. You want to talk about how that led you to getting your second attorney?
Well, because
You want to talk about how we found him?
How did you find your second attorney?
Oh, for me being attacked. That's a whole nother story.
That
We'll be
is
on
a
here.
whole nother
We'll
story.
be on here some
Oh my
other
God.
time.
Okay, go ahead, Dad.
yeah, it's because of T. That's how I ended up finding Mr. Breeder.
This isn't even funny, y'all. Like, I really want to cry.
Thanks for the gift, Wavy. I appreciate it, you guys. Everything chat. They're recommending us do a GoFundMe for this, but I don't know how that would go. We can talk more about it after the stream, but we can talk about.
Can you all just please share the video?
Yeah, send more. Send this around. So I'll also be doing like parts or like a full video. I'll be like editing some, not editing, but like people can choose to see the entire live stream, but I'll also have it to where it's like, if that makes sense. Into
You know,
like
will probably
TikTok.
see me here more often because I do plan to come back, read every text message, read every transcript from the court, read every email. Yeah,
What's going on? So we're talking about
real estate fraud.
that is happening to our family as of right now, and what legal cases are happening. This is not alleged. This is all proof. I can put. You want me to put the court document?
Yeah, you can.
You want to put the court document? Okay. So if anybody wants to read the court documents, where is this? Right here.
No.
Right here. I don't know where it is. But I'm gonna put down the document that you guys can look up.
Honestly, the purpose.
Is it Suffolk Superior Court? Okay, Dad. Talk about how you got led to your second attorney.
The docket number 19.
Hold on. I need to put the docket number. You said 19?
84.
84
CV. Capitalized.
CV
0
0
2 0
2 0
6 6.
6 6.
And that is for the Suffolk Superior Court. And now,
So if anybody wants to read the court document, I just pinned it to the live stream. It's going to be in Suffolk Superior Court.
are you only able to append one thing at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it? Or do you want to put every... I mean, I can put it in, like, the video. I don't have to... They can read up on whatever's going on right
You can
now.
put everything on there? Can you make it longer or you can't?
No. No.
Okay.
I'll just type it all out when I'm making the video and putting this into a video, okay? But if you guys want to do a deep dive on the be careful not to dock yourself. I'm not on the court case. It's just, you know.
And tell
Stuff
them
like
don't
that.
don't trust the courthouse either.
Yeah, don't trust the courthouse because apparently I can't even say it. But it's not me. It's not. I'm not on there. It's just what's going on with my parents. So don't worry, I'm not on there. Okay. Let's
Mr. Bremer?
Mr. Bremer, and he's your second attorney.
Mr. Bremer is my second attorney.
Okay.
So Mr. Bremer started to
Yes.
he started to investigate, and I found out through Mr. Bremer, which is in 2023, that's when I found out Van Lee was my closing attorney.
Go check. Like, why are you coming over here to ask us who's over there? How that make sense?
That's when
Grab
I
your
found
own
out Van Lee was my closing attorney
Okay.
through Bremer, through Mr.
Don't
Bremer.
check it. It's probably.
Chevy, go upstairs. I'm gonna go turn off your show if you don't listen.
Mom. I want waffles when I go upstairs.
Go ask Fat Fat to make you some Eggos. You remind me of Fat Fat, bro. I always wanted Eggos. Okay, so Mr. Bremer found out that Van Lee was your closer.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happened then?
Well, I remember Mr. Bremer sent him an email and explaining to him, you're Mr. He's my attorney, and why didn't he tell me that? And I remember on the email, Van Lee replied back, I received your receipt and said I would get back to you and never did.
Yeah.
But that's when I actually found out this guy was actually my closing attorney. That was in 2023.
And what did Mr. Bremer do?
Well, Mr. Bremer started to investigate more.
Was he able to ask, was he able to interview Daniel and everybody else?
Like
involved?
the
My
polls.
waffles.
Yeah.
is
No, he wasn't.
cooked. It's
He
cooking.
wasn't able to.
It's done.
He wasn't able to.
Who's making you waffles?
He wasn't able to depose Daniel because Discovery had already closed. Discovery closed in 2021.
That's
Oh my God. Oh my. Jeff.
No. Calm down. Come here. Slowly. Yes. Yes.
Discovery closed in 2021. So when Mr. Bremer,
Show.
Mom, can you go change your friend, please?
when Mr.
Show.
Come on, I'm trying. Dad, you know Dad is a soft talker.
Hi, friend.
So Discovery was closed.
Discovery
so
was
Mr. Bremer
closed.
couldn't depose.
He wasn't able to depose.
No, because
And
Discovery is closed.
what does that mean?
That means that, you have a period of time to provide evidence, to do certain things. Once Discovery is closed in a court case, you cannot ask for new documents.
Oh, okay.
You can't
And
present new
who
documents.
who didn't give the evidence about all of this? Was it your first attorney?
Well, it was the first attorney. And in fact, the March 23rd deed, that was not used in trial
It wasn't used in trial.
as the original deed. It was the May 4th one that was used as the
And
original
who was
deed.
your attorney at this time?
Stephen.
Stephen was your attorney. He did
Stephen.
not pull out the original deed.
Well, they kind of tricked Mr. Bremer.
Okay.
I'm not 100%
Who
sure.
tricked them?
The opposing attorney.
The opposing
Because
attorney?
they were saying that Discovery's already closed.
Do you know the opposing attorney's name?
Yeah, John Fink.
John Fink?
They work for Sims and Sims,
Sims and Sims? Do you know where they're located?
Brockton.
Brockton, Massachusetts.
Correct.
Okay. And you believe that they just didn't use your original as a way to
To deceive to mislead the court,
Mislead the
which is the
court.
judge.
Okay.
To mislead the court.
and who
To make it seem like we were on a joint venture
Okay.
ship. So,
who was your judge at this time?
Rashuti,
Rashuti?
Michael D. Rashuti,
Michael D. Rashuti? At which court?
Superior
The
Court.
Superior Court? Is that in downtown?
It's in downtown
In
Boston.
downtown Boston.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's my next question?
So and let's also bring up while I was there during the trial
Which trial? Do you remember
Well,
which trial?
well,
for the Superior Court.
well. What I wanted to bring up, you see how you read that text earlier with Robert,
Yes.
and then I have one from JT too, and then I also have one with me and D, where we
Daniel.
were texting each other in 2019, where I was telling him to get off my deed, and then when I was being deposed from the opposing attorney, I did explain about the March 23rd deed.
Okay.
And then the fraud letter document that was also given to my attorney, which also showed the deposition that it's proof that I've given it to him because I talked about it on the deposition, right? Those were not used at trial. Those documents were actually concealed.
Okay. So those documents were concealed.
Yes. And that made my case weak.
Made your case weak, so you weren't able to use it in court. and the judge
And
didn't
I
cite
gave
you.
it before discovery closed. Those documents were given before discovery closed. I don't
Okay.
think JT text message was given though.
Do
But
you have these? You have these documents?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need those for when I do make the video, so people can read them if they like the text messages that were sent in the
Go get
chat.
facts. Go grab facts.
Between all of you guys, I need all of those.
Yes.
Go get
Go ahead.
facts.
Go get
I'll
facts.
get over
Yeah.
Okay.
Come grab this stuff
And
for
what
me, please.
happened
We are
after
doing
that court? Oh, you were saying
an
something?
interview online. Thank you.
What happened after that court
Come
date?
grab
So
the
after
stuff for Jerry.
after it made your court case
Made my
week.
case week?
Yeah, what happened after that?
Well, well, before we went to court, um, my attorneys were exchanging documents. So it's sort of like a,
You coming WWW? All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's sort of like a Rule 9A where we're getting ready for trial. So we're lining up documents of what we're gonna use. And I think my second attorney was strict about some of the documents that I had already provided. Because I didn't get to look at what was really in the binder. The binder was very thick.
Very thick binder.
Thick. Yeah, very thick binder.
Of evidence and all
Of
that.
evidence, yeah.
Okay.
Of the documents I was gonna use at trial.
Did you get my text? Well, look at your phone.
So before we set up for the trial, I remember we were just getting ready for trial.
Yeah. For trial.
Yeah, we were getting ready for trial.
What was the trial for?
The trial is for a lawsuit, so
Like what lawsuit? Like, was he suing you? Were you suing
well,
him?
I'm suing him. You know, I think Steven said that he did a counterclaim to sue D. And I think Steven, even though he's not a real estate attorney, but he knows people that does real estate. I think he knew what was going on, but
Text
for
my
some
phone.
reason, I believe he partnered with the opposing party.
So you believe that they bribed him, kind
Yeah.
of, in a way? Okay. To make you
But then
lose-
again,
Allegedly.
allegedly to make you lose
yes.
the case.
And then again, it gets a little confusing, and the reason why I'm saying that is because if he's not a real estate attorney, right, and the opposing party knows he's not a real estate attorney, I think there's a way to be like, hey, you're not a real estate attorney. Why are you here?
Why are you here? Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think
So a trial should have never been continued when someone is not
a real estate attorney.
a real estate attorney, or they're not. What's
They
the word?
should
What's the word?
assign you,
What's the
right?
what's the word I'm looking for? If you're not specialized in that field,
Yeah.
or if you're not trained in that field or studied that field, because if you're a criminal and an
Injury
that
attorney.
injury attorney, that's like if I get into a car accident, I'm supposed to contact him.
Correct.
You know, so yeah.
But I just don't understand. Why would you take a case and you're not even a?
Because people do anything for money.
That is true, yeah.
That is crazy.
It is
People do
true.
anything for money.
Take my money.
Okay, and what happened after they allegedly bribed him? He made
Well,
like...
Well, I could tell Steven was stalling me. I
Stalling.
could tell. I had a gut feeling something wasn't right.
Stalling you as in how?
Sorry,
Prolonging
what's
with the
not
case. Prolonging.
Prolonging the court case? Like
So
making it
from
longer?
2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, then, you know, like prolonging the case. Like every time I would call him, I say, hey, what's the update? Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. There were things I would ask him to do, and he wouldn't
He
do
wouldn't
it.
do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was making the court case longer than what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would ask him to file for this, file for that, and he just wouldn't do it. Yeah, and then we started, like I said, we started to get ready for trial, and while we were at trial, I noticed that they were like the opposing party was asking me questions. I think what Van Lee got on the bench first, right? It was Van Lee. Yeah, Van Lee got on the bench first. Van Lee started. They started to question Van Lee first.
I'm not sure
I
if
tried. It was Van Lee.
it was him first.
Yeah, it was him, and then after him, it was Vanessa.
Do you guys remember what was said at the trial?
Well, I remember some of the things that was said. At trial, Van Lee was questioned.
I'll be reading that stuff word from word some other time.
At trial, Van Lee was questioned if he ever met me.
Mm-hmm.
I
And what did
remember
Van Lee
Mr.
say?
Bremer said, when did you meet Mr. When did he meet me? He said he met me for the first time on May 4th, 2018.
And that was during the closing
And
on
that
the
was
house.
during the closing.
Okay.
He did testify that. And then he also testified that on the April 22nd, 2019, he testified that Vanessa came to his office and they signed a deed
Mm-hmm.
with Vanessa. He also testified that he said that me and Vanessa and Daniel, we were all in his office when I wasn't. Of course, he's defending himself.
Right.
You know,
What I realized as well during him after he was on a stand, he went to dad and he apologized, for any damages that he believes that he has caused or he has done. He did go to dad.
Van Lee apologized?
Van Lee went to dad and apologized, saying that, he didn't know, but it's a cover up. You knew.
Yeah. Like, why would you draft up a whole new deed when the owner of the property
well,
is
the
out of the
deed
house?
is defective.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, let's talk about the defective deed.
It's defective.
What does that mean?
All right, so on the deed title, the deed referenced the prior owner.
Mm-hmm.
So the title chain of the deed is defective. So the booking number to the deed is 21195, page 125. So if you purchasing the property, it should be a different booking number for you.
Right.
But in my case, it's not. It's still the same booking number, which it referenced the prior owner. So what they did was they have my name on the deed, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have my name on there, but the booking number
Is the same?
is the same as the prior owner. So when you put my name, when you type my name on the deed registry, my name's gonna pop up, and the booking number is gonna come up. But if you go on the registry of deed website, you type in the booking number, that's when the prior owner pops up.
And what's the prior owner's name again?
Monica Joseph.
Monica Joseph. And she was the previous owner of the house? She sold
Yes.
you her house,
Yes.
basically. Okay. What other
And that's the fraud. That's the fraud right there. That's the fraud right there.
right there?
You type in the booking number.
It's the same booking number, and they were supposed to change
But
the
what I'm
booking
trying to
number.
say is when you go on that website and you type in the booking number, Vanessa comes up. But if you type my name on there, you
That's
type
it.
my name, then my name pops up in the
In a search bar?
booking, and the prior owner booking number comes up, which is the 21195, page 125 comes up.
Okay.
You see the difference?
Yeah. Okay. And this is still an ongoing trial. Do you guys want to talk about anything that's happening recently?
Oh, the
since-
trial's not going on anymore. There was a judgment that was made, January 8th, 2025?
Yeah.
But check this out. During the trial while I was there, and what's the judge's name again?
Rashuti.
The judge Rashuti, he goes.
He's the chief justice.
He's the chief of justice, so he's high up. Everybody knows him. So a very respectable judge that we've been told. During this, he said, "This is an easy case." He said, "It sounds like fraud." He said, "In everything that I'm hearing,
He acknowledged.
he acknowledged that it sounds like fraud, and if it's fraud, then I'm gonna have to go into higher ups in order for them to investigate." I'm thinking FBI is gonna come in and start investigating these people.
Prosecutors.
Prosecutors are gonna come in and start investigating. So he ended up making a judgment that Royal's dad and Daniel are considered business partners. He just basically hurried up and just drafted
No
everything.
written agreement.
No, with no written agreement. In the state of Massachusetts, you have to have a written agreement if you're going to be in any business with someone. And also, what real estate agent goes out there with a person that's buying property
And puts their
and puts their name on the deed?
Oh, it gets even better. Do you know? Do you know? Right when I received the email from
Wait a
from
minute, one
Zillow.
second. And then also on top of that, he says, I know how this worked. He got a straw man. So the straw man is Vanessa Joseph. That's who Daniel Janite had co-sign on there. So if you're a judge and you're saying you know how this person got on a deed, you're basically acknowledging the fraudulent activity and you still make a judgment on it, then it's telling me you're looking at this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do that. You're looking at this. It's
And
just
this
like
because, you know.
Well, I want
two peppers. You know what I mean by peppers. You know, pepper and salt. You know,
Well-
white and black.
Well,
You're looking at two peppers in a courtroom and one not knowing anything. So he knows nothing about real estate. And then you have a gentleman who's been doing real estate for over 20 years who knows the laws and who is playing the system.
Well, what's mind blowing to me is the part.
And from
where
my understanding, this isn't the first time, allegedly.
What's crazy is something that the judge said that's very disturbing to me. It's the part where I got an email from Zillow Group.
Oh yeah,
That's
it gets
who.
better.
That's who owns Dot Loop now. Zillow Group.
Zillow
Owns Dot Loop now. Yeah.
Zillow.
Yeah.
Zillow.
That's where you go and you could go on that website and look at
Look for
properties.
houses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got an email from them because Mr. Bremer and I had, he had notarized a document for me requesting the IP addresses on all those offered to purchase, right? Requesting who they belong to. So I had submitted that email to Zillow and, I submitted it, right? While I was at trial, I received the email and I was happy about that. So the next day, while I was in court, I brought it to the judge's attention. I said, hey, I have proof on those offered to purchase. The judge said it wouldn't matter.
The judge,
Judge Verschutti
Verschutti
stated it did
wouldn't
not matter that he had the evidence from Zillow showing
That-
and stating
that I didn't sign it.
so he said that the evidence did not matter.
He said it would not matter that I have the evidence that I didn't sign it, right? He said Daniel can sign it because we are business partners.
But there's no writing in whatsoever.
But listen to me. My mom, who birthed me, okay, passed away, and I still couldn't sign her name.
Really?
I had to get a power of attorney. So for a judge to say it wouldn't matter because we're business partners,
just doesn't make sense.
Wow.
that blew me away. And not only that, there were certain things that Stephen would say to me. Things like,
I know
the
this judge.
I know the judge.
So Stephen.
He would say things like, I would
Like
when
Your
he
first
said,
attorney, Stephen,
my
knew
first
the judge.
attorney would say that to me, and I'm like,
Why
he's
would
just
he
probably
say that?
saying
Right.
that just
Why
to
would he
get my
say
money.
that?
But you know what? I believe it now. I
That
believe it.
you believe that allegedly they were working together.
You know what?
They were
After
both
looking,
bribed, allegedly?
after looking at this guy bio, right?
Whose bio?
Stephen.
Stephen. Oh, okay.
He actually does. After looking at his bio, I realized he does. What do you call that? I realized he does politic. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he wasn't lying to me about the judge
Yeah.
because he's in political. He does political.
So do you think allegedly that David Janite, that's how you pronounce his name? Daniel. I'm
Daniel.
sorry. Daniel Janite probably had bribed your first attorney, Steve, and the judge.
Well, I don't think it's Daniel that knows the judge. It's the attorneys.
Yeah, but I know. But like, do you think he's allegedly like went through your attorney to get to the judge in order for him to like not take the case as serious as it should be?
To answer that question clearly to you, from me being disappointed at um at Steve, and then Mr. Bremer, going his separate way, and I try to get other attorneys involved. One thing that I did notice, every attorney I went to, they would say one thing to me: let me see if there's any conflict of interest.
Why would they want to see if there's any conflict of interest?
See if they know that attorney. That's what they mean by that. That's conflict of interest. Like, if they know that attorney, then they would not take the case.
Okay.
So in Massachusetts, I've actually learned a lot. I'm like, wow, why is he checking to see if he knows that attorney before he takes the case? That's conflict of interest.
Does Daniel, see, he's like, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. I keep saying David. Does Daniel know does he know his attorney personally? Is that why, like?
Honestly, he probably does. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I remember when me and Mr. Bremer, when we were looking for Vanessa, he hired another attorney, and I found out that another attorney used to work with the attorney that Daniel has, or they went against each other on a court case.
Really?
So, and then that same attorney also, they work with Boston Trust Realty,
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about what's happening now?
Well, actually, I had said, another thing that blows my mind again. So, the same judge
Oh yeah.
the same judge at
It
the
gets
Superior
better.
Court that ruled against me, right? So, I go to the appeals court, which is supposed to be a different court, right? And
To appeal the decision of the
and
Superior
I
Court.
requested a three-panel judge, to vacate the contempt and the motion and allow the motion to stay, right? I was blown away when after the hearing that day.
And now is that the Supreme Judicial Court?
No, that's at the
Oh, this is at the Appeals Court?
that's the appeals court. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was blown away when I noticed that. Well, like, wait a minute, why is the same judge that ruled against me is one of the judges on the three-panel that's denying my motion to stay at the appeals court? I'm like, this doesn't make sense. The same guy that rules against me
Was given the decision to.
is also on the appeal
That's crazy.
at the appeals court. I'm like, what is going on here?
The system working together.
What is going
Allegedly.
on here? That it just doesn't make
Allegedly.
sense. That's just like you get a parking ticket, right?
Yeah.
The
And
same
you go on
person that
appeal,
gives you
your
a parking
and the
ticket is
same
right
person
there.
that gives you a parking ticket is the same guy that's right there. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't make
Just
sense.
for those who are tuning in, these are both my parents that are in the live stream with me. My dad's out of the frame. This is my mom. We're talking about real estate fraud and what's currently happening as of right now, from 2018 to today, basically.
And we're bringing awareness.
And we are bringing awareness to real estate fraud. And what's the other word? How to say it? It starts with a D.
I'd say trust nobody when you're buying a property. Hire yourself an attorney. Don't
And
trust.
defective deeds. Pay attention to those deeds that are defective. Real estate agents that's out there trying to help you look for a house, but sneakily putting their name on your deed. Telling you that you need a co-signer when you don't. Yeah.
And that's the thing too. That denial letter, when I went and tried to refinance the property, the woman over there herself said I didn't need a cosigner. I make enough money.
Right.
She doesn't understand why.
Who sold you that?
The lady at the bank. No, I can't
that's
remember
when
her
I
name.
went and tried to refinance
Do you
at
know which
Metro.
bank?
Yes.
Metro. That was with Metro.
Metro.
Yeah. So when I went and tried to refinance at Metro, she was like, "We don't understand why you need a co-signer. You make enough money."
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was in 2019.
This is back in 2018. Do you guys want to talk about the last? What was it? Last week? 2 weeks ago?
Well, we could talk about. What I like to talk about is
Oh, let's.
the relationship with the attorneys and the clerk, the relationship with the attorneys, the clerk, and the relationship that the clerk has with the judges in there. Like today, for whatever reason, I mean, I try to look it up. I've noticed that while I was at the hearing today, the attorney knew that the judge session was up. I'm like, how does he know that? How do you know his session is up? And the way that they were talking like they were friendly, like he personally knows the judge.
Yeah, he asked them. He said within 30 days, if I don't receive, the things that's needed, are you able to make a date to come back, which will be on November the 6th.
So they don't want me
Oh,
to
is it
see
November?
another
I
judge.
thought it was November 6th.
November
So they
2nd.
don't want you to switch your judge?
So it's either November 2nd, November 6th, 2025. To right. They don't want to. They don't want the judge to switch out. But
They don't want the judge to switch out. They want to keep the same judge.
That's kind of suspicious.
It is.
That's really suspicious.
It is. It is.
Because why wouldn't you want, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense
It
for them
is.
to not want to switch out the judge to see what the other judge would say.
Man, when they file when I had filed for the first time, what, a motion to vacate and a motion for well, I filed for a motion to vacate, right? And they filed contempt on me, right? And this is actually the first time I'm going to see this judge. So while me and T is over there, right? It was just only her and I was in the court. I felt like everything was planned out.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like everything was planned out. While I'm at the courthouse, the what I was explaining to the judge, like, yo, the deed is defective. It does not reference me. You know what the judge said to me? The judge said, it's litigated already. The decision is made. It's made already. It's litigated.
remind you, this is new evidence, and it was not litigated in the court.
That the deed is defective. It doesn't reference me.
Allegedly. Am I supposed to say that after that?
I mean, like, is it documented in the courts? Like, you
Yeah.
can find that, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to say
Yeah,
that.
so-
But I mean, if you want to say it just in
So
case.
the judge, the behavior of the judge was
A little sketchy?
It wasn't. It was
rude.
disrespectful.
Very rude.
Very disrespectful.
And that's not alleged.
And it's like he
I
was
was there.
screaming at me and yelling at me. And when I walked in there, I'm like, yo, why are we the only one in here? I felt like it was planned. And if you're gonna do a motion to vacate, right, it shouldn't be in a hearing room. It should be in a place where you exchange 9A, which is the documents, the new evidence. That didn't happen. He just threw contempt at me. And he was very rude doing that. And then after that, we went upstairs. We're like, wait a minute. We had a motion to stay was approved at the appeals court, and to come find out, they saying that's not what it was. But when I did go back downstairs, which is 5-10 minutes later, I walked inside a room, the same very room I was in for the hearing. I walked in, it was full of people in there. Full of people. I'm like, how is this room full of people? But my hearing,
It wasn't the same.
it wasn't the same. It was just me and T and then the other party.
T as in my mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, this is crazy. I come back
I
5-10
better be
minutes
going
later, and the room is full of people.
Really.
So I felt like it was planned.
So, you guys want to talk about what happened 2 weeks ago? About the, what Dad used to do for the house?
Oh, so, right now, okay. So maybe like a week ago, I went on, social media, just trying to like figure out more information of like what's going on and how we can not only gain attention for the property, but also I went on a real estate site on Facebook. It's called Real Estate Agent Referral Network and Marketing Tips. And thank for a guy who who gave us a tip on contacting the mortgage company, doing a claim with them to try to put a TRO on a property, which is a temporary restraining order. Watch out, Poppy. Go.
Oops.
Go, please. You're not listening?
I'm going.
So, no, I want you over there. Thank you. Thank you. So, which is a temporary restraining order on a property in order for them to investigate.
Ma,
Yes.
only, ma,
Yes.
and have only E
Yes.
Yes. Go over there, please. Thank you.
with my brothers.
Yes. So, I spoke to this gentleman who I sent him a message, and he was the one who explained about the temporary restraining order on a property that your mortgage can put on your house, to investigate and see the fraudulent activity that was put on the house. So now that's in a process right now because he is being requested, actually ordered to sell the property.
Who is he ordered by?
He's ordered by
The court.
the judge
Which
to. Which judge is this?
Judge Rishuti, that's
It's
who
the same.
did the
Oh,
will,
it's it's the same judge.
It's the
It's
same
just,
judge?
yeah, it's his judgment. So to sell the property, mind you, to sell the property. So they took, so once the judge what's the word, made his judgment and stating like their business partners, he Daniel's name is now on the deed. So now that's considered 50-50, and now he's being ordered. Royal's dad is being ordered to sell his property and to pay Daniel what?
50%. We go 50-50 on the
50%. Remind you, Royal's dad's been paying a mortgage himself for the past
6 years.
what,
5,
6 years, 5-6 years since 2018. Also, putting
7 years.
okay, well 7 years. We're doing the math wrong. Also, what's what I'm looking for? Because now I'm stuck since you said that. Putting
My
money
dad-
into
my
the
parents-
property.
My parents are married. She's just saying it in context. That's why she's saying Royal's dad, because it's my father. Like, I don't know. Just
Well, I spent what?
Yeah, that's why
I
I keep
spent
saying
100
I keep
spent,
saying that, like
I-
Royal's mom.
I spent
Royal's
140
dad.
40 plus repairing the property.
Is that third person I'm speaking?
yes, you were speaking in third person.
I'm tired, y'all.
But
This is what we're going through right now. This is what our family's going through, and
we're just bringing awareness.
bringing awareness. If there's any real estate attorneys out there that can also look into this, that can to like help out in order to save the property and really investigate, like a real investigator. If anyone knows.
Well, we need to put
We
Caddick
need-
out there too.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
they denied.
but that's what I just said. I said that when you walked away, I said how
Insurance,
a
Caddick,
gentleman informed me
to file a
to
claim
file a claim, right?
with
To
my-
inform you
with
to
my
file a
title
claim,
insurance,
right?
in which I did.
With the
But
a
they
title
denied
claim,
me. They denied.
and they denied him. I believe they're involved too, allegedly.
Well, insurance companies does
It's
that.
in
They don't do-
Massachusetts. For anybody that's asking, this is all happening.
This is all happened in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I told him that the deed is defective. I got all the emails. He said the deed is not defective, and what he did was when he emailed me the first time, he emailed me my policy, and which I read my policy, and then I noticed he only in the email he only put the May 4th deed, and also the April 22nd, and the easement that was done.
Oh, did you
After-
even speak about the
No,
easement?
no, no.
Oh, we didn't even speak about the easement.
That
Let's
was
go back.
done while there's a case going on. And
After discovery
is
is closed,
you know that the agent went and did a
Daniel
easement,
went and did an
easement on the
easement
property.
on the property.
Yes.
What's
So
an
Can you explain what an easement is?
a easement is like it's like let's say you have
It's like you're selling a percentage of your property.
no let's say you have a driveway, right?
That's you're basically
You're
gonna say the same
sharing
thing.
you're sharing that same driveway to get to your backyard. That's
Right.
like what an easement is.
Okay.
So my house, or let's say you have a fence, right? And then you give a little
Of
portion of
that
that
land.
area, like let's say 5 feet. You know, you give a little bit of your land to push this fence more towards your property.
Okay.
That's like that's what an easement is,
Oh, okay.
and that was done after discovery.
Do you get paid for stuff like that? I wonder.
I think he did get paid for it. He did.
Allegedly.
You're not gonna just give. You're not gonna give that. You're not gonna just give that for free. He did get paid for it.
Allegedly.
So, me as the prior owner of the property, I would have to sign for that easement.
And you didn't
Someone
sign it.
forged my signature.
Somebody forged your signature.
Correct.
You did not sign.
I did not sign.
You didn't physically see the
No,
paper. You didn't
no,
physically
no,
hold
no,
the pen.
no.
Daddy didn't physically know what was going on until trial.
Wow.
That's when Mr.
And then that's when Mr. Bremer was the one who pulled that paperwork.
Yep. That informed me. Yeah, there's an easement done here.
And that was in what, 2023 you said?
2022.
2022.
And he's getting away with this, and it's like I feel like the judges is trying to brush what's going on.
Brush it off.
They're trying to brush it off.
Peppers.
They're trying to brush it off. That's how I feel.
How would it work if everybody's black in this situation?
That is true.
Everybody's black, so I really do think
It's-
allegedly that Daniel is paying them off. I really feel
I don't
like he's
think-
bribing them.
I don't think.
Because money talks.
I
Money
don't-
does talk.
It
Well,
does.
I would say, I don't. Well, it's more than that. It's more than that. I would say it's more Van Lee. And the
Yeah.
reason why I'm bringing him up is because he used to work under a judge. So when I started to research him, I'm like, wait a minute, this guy used to work under a judge. So what I'm learning, judges protect judges, attorneys protect attorneys. This is what I'm getting out of
What
it.
do you mean that's what you're learning? Even with my situation of what I've been through and what I go through, I said the same thing. It's all a business out here. It's a business. And when it comes down to business, it's about money. Money talks.
They're all protecting each other.
You can always get an investigator to compare the two signatures and then have that investigator comment in court on your behalf. I don't think.
So that's another thing as well. When he was trying to.
I did hire
And oh
an
my gosh, let's
investigator.
talk about that. He probably hired 2 investigators.
Yeah, the investigator.
You guys can also ask questions. And
Oh,
we
yes,
could prob-
definitely.
We're like basically done telling the story. So you guys can ask
But he
questions
did
and
hire
stuff like that.
investigators, but he was still doing his investigate work himself with my help. Like,
Yeah, the investigator. I
the
asked him to write me a
investigator
report, so I
was
have to
supposed
take
to
it
write
to
the
court.
report to send it to
He
court.
didn't do that.
All he did was take his money. He didn't do any of the stuff that he was hired to do. Oh God, you want this for?
Mom.
You know, so yeah,
Again, we're bringing awareness. You know,
definitely bringing
I
awareness
wouldn't
to
want-
Boston, Massachusetts.
I wouldn't want what I'm going
with
through.
these attorneys, with the real estate agents.
If you're a hard worker like I am, I wouldn't want you to go through what I'm going through.
And now, right now, so the house is on the market.
I don't think they put it on the market
Well,
yet.
They took
open
pictures.
house is on the 19th. You know, open house is on the 19th. So to me, it's on the market. Their photographer. Oh, check this out. So and then that's why I keep saying Royal's dad, because I don't believe I said your name during this whole time. So
No,
I just keep
He
saying
keeps calling you T.
right.
Y'all are not
and
saying y'all names.
and I just been saying Royal's dad.
Well, that's because I'm used to calling her T or TT. I don't ever call her. I do call her Tiana.
But yeah,
So the also on top of that, because wait a minute, they're trying to hold you in contempt. They're trying to hold you in contempt with you having JT as the realtor for the property. They didn't want that, and they went with Daniel's realtor,
Which is conflict of
which is
interest.
conflict of interest because he works in the same office. And had the person come out and do photos of the property this past
The listing
Sunday.
agent.
The leasing agent. This past Sunday, and now the house is on the market to be sold. So yeah, this is basically just to bring awareness, because just imagine again, you're buying your home, for you and your family, and you thinking this is gonna be your forever home, to raise your kids in, your grandkids in, just keep it in the family. You're creating generational wealth, and boom,
Scammed by your best
you
friend.
he got scammed by,
Not my best friend anymore, but
at the time, his best friend. This is somebody that he grew up with. They called each other's moms auntie. We raised our kids together. It's kind of sad to be going through this.
why is it that the people that are close to you?
backside be the most.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a discussion for a whole nother video.
Who live in the house now? I mean, like, who?
His tenants, because the property is being rented out. So his tenants, and then people who are, renting over there.
My kids.
Yeah.
And then my tenants.
So like, we like, it's like, I don't know. Do you want to tell them what exactly we're trying to do?
Well,
I mean,
honestly,
like,
if I could save my home, I work hard for it.
Yeah. I don't know if we should start a GoFundMe to put the name. I don't know. I'm not gonna say everything out loud because stuff still isn't out of the thing. But like, I'm just saying to like.
I just can't start waiting to like. My mouth, because you already know I'm
But to
tired.
be
so
honest
like
with you-
everything's all over the place with me. So I'm like,
I prefer that guy going to jail. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's wrong. It's morally wrong, and it's like, why would you scam out somebody that you basically grew up with?
and
And
had
then-
a
and then
nerve
you
to
lie.
sit on the stand and be like, I can't believe that you would do this to me. I loved you like a brother. No, you didn't, because you wouldn't have done this. You would not have done this with this man, knowing that, for one, the home was not just being bought for his family, but to put his mother at the time, who was sick, rest her soul, and to bring her into the home so our family can take care of her. And your scamming ass did this? No, you're not sorry. You did this on purpose. And guess what? Karma is coming. And that's not allegedly, because guess what? When you do wrong in this world, it comes back.
Tenfold. Period.
Know that. Clock that.
But yeah. So I don't know. Do you guys want to start a GoFundMe for the house?
And this isn't the only property I'm going to be digging into. Just an FYI.
Oh, he's done that to other people as well.
You've done this to
I've
other
heard-
people.
After
We've
my
heard,
after my
allegedly,
after what happened to me, I've heard
And
he's
had
done it to
people
other
sell their
people.
homes and then you cash them out, allegedly.
I've heard.
I know you heard, but you still have to say allegedly. Yeah, but we'll dive deeper, into this. Someone needs
And that's, and another
someone needs to
funny,
dive deeper into the other
when
properties as well
when
that has his
Vanessa
name
got
on
on
it.
the stand, right, and she was testifying, right, she was asked by my attorney, Mr. Bremer, right, were you were you at Van Lee's office in April 22nd, 2019? She was asked that.
And she kept saying, "No, I was only there when that gentleman was
And she's
there."
like, did you
Meaning
sign?
Royal's
My
dad.
Mr. Bremer was like, did you sign that deed on that day?
And she
She
kept
was like,
saying,
I only signed
"I
after
only signed
the
after this
gentleman,
gentleman
referring to
signed."
me. Referring to me, she only signed after the gentleman signed. And then when Mr. Bremer pointed out to Van Lee and said, did you sign the deed at this guy in 2019? She said, never. How a judge ignore that and don't see fraud?
He's seen the fraud. He didn't contact the proper people to do the investigation. He should have contacted the FBI. He should have contacted people higher than he is.
And then you have, and then
That's
you
what he should
have,
have done,
and
but
then
he
you
didn't
have,
do it.
and then you have Van Lee said he thought that it was suspicious that he wanted
Oh,
to be on the
yes.
deed.
Yes.
And then he was asked,
Say
why
that
didn't
again.
he found it suspicious that the agent
Wanted to be
wanted to
on
be on
the
the deed.
deed
And he was asked, did you report that to the
to the bank.
bank? And
And
he
he
said
said,
no.
no.
What he did was wrong. He
He
should have
said,
reported it.
I should have reported, but I
But he
didn't.
and the judge
He said
ignored that.
if people are in a joint venture and they're trying to buy a house together, so like say me and my daughter goes out and we're trying to buy a house together, they're supposed to run my information and also run her information and give that to the bank, and the bank determines, the outcome. Not I go in there and give all my give my information and they just run me and then she just piggybacks off me. That's not how it works.
What judge? Do you know his full name?
Judge Rashuti.
Michael D. Rischuti.
Michael D. Raschuti, Chief Justice
Mm-hmm.
in Boston, Massachusetts.
Superior Court.
But I can sum it up for you guys. So what I'm on here, me and my parents are on here, is because we are trying to bring awareness to real estate fraud and what is currently going on in our
Well,
situation.
not only that, the courthouse is not what people think it is.
That's a whole conversation for
But
something
it doesn't
else.
matter. It's the same thing.
That
Because
is
that's
true.
exactly what I'm going through. The courthouse is not what you think it is. When you go in there, there's there's favoritism in there. You know,
It's all about
like,
who you
it's
know.
like about family up in there. I want
And
you
money.
guys to know that because I've experienced it. You know, you have the opposing attorney asking the clerk lady, what should they do? How should they go about this? I have this in email. And I'm like, what? But when we go in there, they can't tell us what to do.
So we did try to, my parents did try to appeal and go to a higher court. And it wasn't granted.
Well, actually,
right?
I went to the right now I keep appealing at the Supreme Judicial Court. I keep trying to appeal over there, but because I have something open with the appeals corp, they keep denying me. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't want to have anything to do with the appeals corp because the same judge again that ruled against me at the Superior Court is at the appeals corp, and because of that, I don't trust going there.
But a foreclosure sale without the owner's permission
I
is
think one
hold on.
second. I think I answered that. What was the purpose of purchasing the house? It was for
Our family. That was
the purchase.
okay.
That was the purpose. I'm
A
sorry.
foreclosure sale without the owner's permission is generally illegal and fraudulent, but a lender can conduct a non-judicial judicial foreclosure without a court order if a power of scale clause exists. In the mortgage documents and the lender follows specific statutory procedures, including proper notice to the.
You didn't finish that part, hon.
I think they're still typing.
Okay.
Well, that's another thing too. I'm supposed to get a pre-approval, right? So there was a pre-approval done behind my back in January
Of this year?
2018 before I purchased. So before I even knew about the house, there was already a pre-approval and offers made already behind my back. And my pre-approval was for like 660,
Really?
and I purchased the house for 605, and the pre-approval was for 660. And I think there was another pre-approval for 531.
They are asking if you are still paying the mortgage, Dad.
I am still paying the mortgage.
He's the only one that's still paying a mortgage, and
And then me and the co-signer Vanessa Joseph is supposed to be a joint venture. She's supposed to live in the house with me. We're both supposed to live in there. She testified in trial that she never saw the house. She don't even know how the color of the house.
Really?
She don't even know how the house looked like. She was asked that question while we were at trial. Do you know how this house? Do you know the address? She said no.
And they just bypassed all that.
They just bypassed all that. Not only that they bypassed that, when I had reached out to Vanessa, right, and I was talking to her when I asked her when was the last time she saw Daniel, she told me, late 2018, right?
Yeah.
She had also, that also made me realize she did not sign, the April 22 deed.
So was her signature also forged allegedly?
Correct.
Her signature was also
Her
forged?
signature was forged because she wasn't there.
So everybody just, who was forging y'all signatures?
Daniel.
Wow.
He forged my signature and he forged her signature.
That's insane.
And if she's testifying that she only signed May 4, 2018, right after me, her signature's on the dot loop signature.
My parents are the
Daniel is the real estate agent where Royal's father was purchasing the home. So Royal's father is the one who owns the property.
I am so confused right now.
What's confusing you?
Insurance? Is the house on insurance?
Like title owner insurance?
Yeah.
That's what she's talking to?
No, that's what they're saying.
That's
They're
what
saying insurance.
I do have insurance on the property. I have title. I was denied coverage.
But
So right now, it says who is actually? I think it's supposed to say on the home or own the home.
no, so who's the actual owner
I am.
of the home?
Royal's father is the actual owner and the one who was paying everything, but
It's a FHA loan.
it's a FHA loan, but for now Daniel's on there as well.
He's on the deed.
Does the court contend that Papa is the scammer? Do they think that you're the scammer in this?
Yes.
They think that you're the scammer?
Yes. Because I'm
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that's being sued. Yes.
Because you're being sued.
Remind you, so they're comparing me with someone that's 20 years something experience and I'm a first time home buyer.
That's insane.
But they treating me like, yo, I'm the scammer.
He's been appealing and asking the courts to dismiss the case with the evidence of showing.
Remind you, his attorney
And-
conceal a lot of evidence.
Yes, they held a lot of evidence from the trial.
The text messages.
Everything, and
the Metro fraud letter, they concealed that. The deed, the March 23rd deed was concealed. Yes, they treating me like.
I plan to be on here showing the text messages once I get everything in order. to get that stuff in order no later
Well,
than.
I will, because
Wow.
this will be moved into a video to make
Yeah.
it cut down and stuff like that. But yeah, so we will be posting text messages, the documents, everything, so you guys can read up on it and see for
We'll
yourselves
post
what's
when
going on.
Vanessa said she didn't, she didn't sign the deed. We'll post what the judge said about he can sign my name. We'll post that as well. I think that's very important.
Yes, shooter. We spoke about that as well, about the bribery. If you wasn't here for that.
A lot of them are new. Give me a second.
I can't believe this is happening in Massachusetts, in the Superior Court. I can't believe it. Isn't that supposed to be a place of law?
No.
Okay.
Isn't that supposed to be a place of law? I'm like,
Yeah, and they're screwing you over, which is insane.
You got something else? No. Not right now. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like,
Not right now.
so let's talk about. We already discussed like the open house, right? Did they discuss the date that they want the home to be sold?
well, they had to. They asked me when am I available. They was trying to push for an early date, but I told them on the 19th of October I'm
19th of
available.
October.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they were trying to push for an earlier date.
No, I was talking about me.
No, I'm just saying in general when you were saying that. That's why I went.
Oh, okay, I understand now. But so you guys have another house where you live at right now?
Oh, here. I don't think Royals went on live at that house.
No.
No.
I never went live on a house.
Oh,
Only-
I think
only
I
here.
think you should.
You want me to live
For
stream
memory, I think you should.
it? For memories. This is so depressing.
It is.
Like, oh my god.
I have so many videos of being in the house. And Jeff growing up in the house.
He was literally, he was born after the house was done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joey was born, oh my god. This is like so, oh my god. It's like stressing me out. You know, I didn't even know all this, by the way.
Oh, somebody said if the lawyer is Jewish, he's on their side.
Is Steve Jewish?
He is.
He's Jewish? Oh my god! Oh my, yo.
Well,
This cannot be real right now, bro. This cannot be real. Call Kanye. He'll help you. Kanye! Kanye West! These hoes ain't
Hold on,
loyal.
hold on.
I know you, bro. Yeah. No, that's Chris Brown.
I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna get the post.
And then another thing that bothers me is that
So the house was sold in his name. Whose name are you talking about, SB? My father's? I don't know.
It's time for bed. And I'm coming.
Get off the floor. It's dirty. Well, not dirty, but like,
You showered off the floor.
I'm not kissing you.
This is exactly the reason why I mop the floors as much as I do. You can't trust them.
I love to know the agency Daniel represents. What was it called? His agency, his real estate agency that he works at.
I need,
the
we need to put the
agency where
charger
he worked
on here.
at the
Check it.
time,
It's fine. Yeah.
Boston Trust Realty.
Boston Trust Realty.
Yeah.
Do you know where that's?
Right now, I think his license is suspended.
You think his license
real
is
estate
suspended?
license is suspended?
Okay, so his license might be suspended, but allegedly, but he does work at Boston.
He doesn't work
Was-
there
was
anymore.
he was working at Boston Retail
Realty.
Realty.
Boston Trust Realty.
Boston Trust Realty. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my god.
Boston Trust Realty.
Daniel who?
Daniel Janite. That's
Janite.
JEANNITE. Again, Daniel Janite. JEANNITE. from Boston, Massachusetts.
But yeah. So
I mean, I'm not the only guy he's done that to. He's done that to a lot of people. He's done it to JT. Look at JT. He's done the same thing to
is
him.
JT trying to sue him too, or no?
Nah, JC didn't try to sue him.
JT.
JT, I'm not trying to sue.
But how old is he? What is he, like 40?
46 probably.
46? Y'all are like a year apart?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like yeah, he's 46. 46 years old. You an old man and you doing this scamming stuff. This is sad.
You want to know what's sad? What makes it even more sad is that this is with someone that was coming into our home stating, I have 15 properties. I have this, I have that. But you want to take her father's only property? You want to scam her father and you're going around here saying that you have all these properties? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
It's dirt. My shoes are right here.
But
Oh, his favorite words is, by the way, buy or beware.
So, my dad's first attorney was a Jew. I'm not saying that like, oh, all Jews are scammers, but like, you know what I'm trying to say.
But that's crazy he said that though.
Yeah, they was like, if he's a Jew, he definitely knew the judge. That's why I was asking, like, did Daniel like allegedly possibly bribe the both of them? Because there's no way that.
I believe
yeah,
so.
her dad is real. Her dad is real chill, as you can see. Like he's such a. I hope when we're doing
Well,
like the clips of the
actually-
videos that we can hear him
Wait
in
a
the
minute.
background.
I am chill. You know, I am. Now I am. Now I'm chill. He did that to me 20 years ago. Believe me.
Boston has the most corrupted court in America.
You know what?
Class action lawsuit, find the others. What does that mean? That you guys go searching around for other people that possibly...
So it's not like he doesn't know the other people. It's just trying to get over this hump and fingers crossing that things don't go the way that they want it to go, and then he should be able to go after the other people.
Is it just me, or does her dad sound like Denzel Washington?
They say that he kind of resembles him too. That you're saying that.
You want to put your face in the camera real quick?
Not yet.
just be like, I you know what I'm saying? Shoot, you could probably get some like.
I started blushing. You see my dimples?
Oh my, yo, this is.
Face is red.
Okay. What's the topic of discussion? Real estate fraud
Real
And
estate,
awareness.
real estate fraud and awareness.
and awareness. Yes, and awareness.
Don't trust
My back hurts.
nobody.
You don't need a lawyer. Maybe Daniel bribed your lawyer too. We suspect that. Allegedly, he probably did. And the judge. Because there's no way that my father's lawyer says that he knows who the judge is.
Again, you have the closing attorney involved. And I was going after them too. See, that's another thing I need to talk about. So,
I can hear your your beats, kid.
He's tired. And I'm supposed to be upstairs with him, so I get it.
after this,
This is way past his bedtime.
after the 2024 September ruling, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were waiting on the judge, right, for a verdict, right? So in January, I started to go after the other parties,
Did they?
I don't know.
right?
Yeah.
I started to go after the other parties, you know, the lender, Van Lee, First Home Mortgage. I started to go after them, and that's when the judge came up with the verdict. And when he came up with the verdict, he ruled against me. After he ruled against me, he put down estoppel. You know what estoppel means?
No.
Estoppel means that he pretty much did that, stopping me from going after the other parties.
Wow.
So every time I would try to hire another attorney, they would be scared to,
Because he's the chief.
you know, they
They
were
said,
scared
oh,
to
he's
use their
very.
license.
They said he's very
It's not because
respected.
he's the chief. They could lose their license. They could be sanctioned for that.
Yeah.
They could be sanctioned if they try to take it. I'm like, wow. I'm like,
So now who's hiding the judge? Like that's what like there has to be somebody. You know, we don't went to City Hall, went to
you said who's higher than the judge?
I'm asking
The
questions.
people is higher than the judge. The people.
Well,
That's who higher. Everybody come together. That's who's higher.
yeah, but that's a whole nother because we don't really come together. So
I'm sorry. There's no justice in that court,
let me see.
man.
We went to what other places did we go to?
We went to City Hall.
Attorney General's
we went to the
office,
Attorney General's office.
City Hall. Everyone sees the fraudulent activity.
Everybody sees it.
Everyone sees the paperwork, and they're just like, can't help. You know, so.
But yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to say? There's nothing really for you to be reading. There's no questions here. They're just spamming. But is there anything you, mom, dad, that you guys want to say?
In closing, is this in closing?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm tired, y'all.
I think I've been saying it all day. Trust nobody.
Just nobody.
Trust nobody.
Do you have anything you want to say, mom?
When it comes up to anything that has to do with money, I don't care how long you know the person.
Money is really the root of all evil.
Local news.
Local news.
We
I
can
mean,
probably go to the news
I actually
station.
reached out to. I did.
Who did you talk to?
I reached out to Channel 7.
Have they gone talking to you?
No. I reached out to Channel 25.
Channel 7, Channel 25,
I reached out
Fox
to Channel
News.
25, Channel 7. Nothing.
nothing. They have not responded to you.
Nope.
So maybe I could give it a try. Maybe.
Maybe a whistleblower.
No, I don't know.
You know who we need?
Maury. No, I'm kidding.
We need Mike D's on this. He's the one who got the girl. The girl found. The people found.
Mummy, he
The
is
girl.
not a news reporter.
No, he's not the news reporter, but from his followers, they found the girl who pushed the old lady off the bus. Yeah.
There was a lady that got pushed off the bus.
Yeah, and that was really sad. An older lady, and I'm happy that they arrested that girl.
Okay, well, if anybody can get me in contact with Mike D's, I'll give you like.
Wait, hold on, and then also, one thing I love too is because no, it's just he's an upcomer for Boston.
He is.
Well respected young gentleman. You know, he does a lot of videos. A lot of people have been shouting him out. You know, I respect his business, his hustle. I follow him. I follow the kid. You know, he's doing good for the community, and because
Is there
of
anybody
that,
on there
what I'm
that's from
saying is that
anybody on there that's from Massachusetts?
Hold on.
so and from me and from that, the news from people being involved to figure out who this girl is, the news got onto it. But when the news
that's
went
what
out
I
there
need. I
recording,
need the news.
when the news went out there recording, they was like, "But you're not Mike D's." They have a video. They have a clip of that too.
That's what I need right now.
But it's because of him and his platform, and I definitely respect it. So
Is
you know,
anybody from,
Mike D's for mayor.
Is it?
Clock it.
Is there anybody from Massachusetts?
Clock my daughter looking at me like that too.
Anybody from Massachusetts that could possibly help us get on to the news station to spread more awareness about this? Because like I feel like there's like a rise in like real estate scamming,
Oh, there is.
and it's insane. It's insane.
It is. It's definitely on a rise.
So yes, I've seen somebody ask me if my email is public. It's in my bio. If anybody clicks on my channel and they look at my socials and my business email, my business email is royallove2704@gmail.com. You can email me at any time. And yeah, so you want to say something, Lemmy, for the closing? I know. Brother tarnished the Daniel name. Ah, Daniel! This is one of my members. So he's part of the membership squad. His name is Daniel.
I'm from Toronto. There was a recent case. Lawyers are disinterested in real estate embezzlement case. Charged with fraud. Wow. He was in a case in Toronto.
I'm gonna read it out loud. I'm from Toronto. There was a recent case of lawyers at Century of 7 million real estate embezzlement case charges with the FRA. That's insane. That's crazy.
Well, it's happening here too.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. I feel like it's happening in any major city, stuff like that. I would not scam people out of houses personally. Smelly behavior. He do stink. His attitude as of right now stink. Okay, you know what I mean. This is not allegedly. I actually smelled him. You know what I mean. He literally has flies behind him every time he walks. Like, you can go outside and he will walk past like the trees and they will end up dead. That's how stinky he is. I'm telling you guys right now, he stank. I don't know. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? That don't count as like defamation, right?
Allegedly. All that she's saying allegedly.
Allegedly. Can't get me.
All that money but still look dusty, and that's not allegedly because I seen you today.
Nah, for real. Cause why is your hair like that? And your beard, it just look crusty, bro. It's not allegedly, cause I seen what you look like. Like, that's crazy. Why do you got crinkles in your beard? You got nigger naps and that shit. That's crazy. You don't brush that shit out? You got all this money, but you can't hire somebody to brush your shit out? Head ass nigga. Like, what the fuck? But yeah. So, you want to say closing or you all set?
This is the closing. Just awareness, bringing awareness to people about fraudulent activities that's going on in the state of Massachusetts.
So you mean to tell me the judges are part of it? The judges,
That's what I just said.
the attorneys.
It's insane. But we can talk about it in the next live stream or however long when I do have my parents on here again. Thank you guys for all watching. Any new people in here, please subscribe and like, commenting. I mean, you guys can comment and tell me that you did. You know what I'm saying? Also, thank you for everybody who's donated and sent gifts. I haven't what?
Don't forget to look up the case, do your own
Oh
investigation.
yeah, don't forget to. I have the docket number pinned on the video on the live stream, so you guys can also do your own research about what's going on. And yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Are there anybody on there that has real estate experience?
There was
'Cause
this
I've
one
noticed
guy.
that there
I
was
think
this
he's gonna
one guy.
rewatch everything. He'll probably email me afterwards. But
Because
thanks for the donations, Daniel. Yo, that's fucking crazy.
Appreciate
bro.
it, Daniel.
the question that I had
W,
is,
Daniel,
I wanted
guys.
to know, like, how come every time I file something, the judge put endorsement on there?
It's insane. It's insane.
Do anybody on there know what that means?
We're gonna figure all this out over the next couple of days.
Yeah,
and
but yeah, don't forget to join the membership. I do kind of like say stuff like, yeah, my least expensive option for the membership is $2 a month. My highest expensive option is $10 a month, and if you're interested in seeing my studio sessions and listening to unreleased music and what kind of merch I will be selling in the future, join the membership. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next live stream. From one royal to another, I bow to you. Really?
oh, me?
Are you?
I thought that's what we do.
We speak
Oh.
French? Oui.
I can today.
Bonjour. Je m'appelle.
Come on, I gotta go
Lola.
put my baby to
Okay,
sleep.
but yeah, I will see you. I will see you guys. Guys, tomorrow. You want to say bye then?